So why would you be doing that? Why would you be preparing to stop the physical damage? By going to the gym or learning whatever you need to learn?
Well, it gives me some time for myself as well.
A, it gives you time for yourself. B, it allows you to blow some of the blubber off, which, how would you feel if you lost 10 or 15 kilos?
A lot better. I've lost 17 over the last 2 years already.
So you're 17 down from where you were?
Yeah.
Congratulations, that's mighty effort.
I'm 5 down from Christmas, so.
5 down since Christmas?
Yeah.
Fabulous. Keep going, keep going. Because the fat's just protection. The more of the fat you take off, the more vulnerable you're going to feel. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So really what I'm saying is this. At some level, you have to decide what's acceptable and what is not. The fact that Verity's got a condition that makes her behave badly does not make the bad behaviour acceptable.
Absolutely.
Because if she gets on an airplane and bungs this on, mate, you know what they're going to do? They're going to take her down and immobilise her. If she does it at the footy, it'll happen there. In other words, anywhere else except at your house, she gets away with it.
Yep.
Question is, are you going to stop that or not?
In her best interest, I need to stop it.
So it's in her best interest and?
And mine, of course, yes.
Yours, of course, as well. Okay. So that revolves around doing what you need to do instead of what you want to do, which is just get it all calmed down, you know, find a fire hose and hose it down.
Yep.
That means a willingness to go where you haven't been yet.
It's going to be new territory, yes.
Yes. Because she will have an ability to amp it up. So if you know what's going to happen the first time you confront her and suggest to her that this is not acceptable behaviour. Like, I haven't met her, mate, and I know what's going to happen. This would be like lighting a rocket, am I correct?
Yeah, I was just going to say lighting a stick of dynamite, yeah.
Yeah. Now the question is, are you going to go there too? Keep your wits about you, keep your brains about you, and point out that it doesn't matter how far you escalate this, honey.
Yep.
It literally doesn't matter. We are going further than you are. For your sake. So you strap your seatbelt on because here it comes.
Right.
And she's going to get a shock. Because this hasn't happened before.
Yep.
But here's the funny thing. We do know that she knows how to modify her behaviour.
Yeah, she's a master at it.
Because she goes out in public and doesn't look strange. Surely when you go to Woolies, she doesn't go and deck the checkout chick.
No?
So she actually knows how to do this. That's the thing, she knows.
Master of manipulation.
Only because she's dealing with a teddy bear. Only because?
I'm soft. I've allowed her to do it.
Only because you don't think you'll survive amping it up. And you've wanted it to go away, so you hose it down. Instead of saying to yourself, we need to get a permanent fix here. Now, you might be working on that permanent fix for the next 5 or 10 years, but every step you take toward, every step will feel like progress. You don't have to get the end result to feel okay. One step forward.
A bit of progress would be great, you know. For starters, yeah.
Every step forward will renew you. You'll become stronger and stronger and stronger because really, why would you develop more direction, more confidence, more strength by taking her on?
I'll be growing.
Because you don't think you can.
Yeah, especially not in that particular area.
Especially not in that particular area. So as you take yourself on, which is like, looks like you're taking her on, but in actual fact, who is it you're taking on?
Myself.
This is a battle with you. And this is a battle to get what you need. But the feelings of not being able to cope go right back into your childhood. Because as an adult you could do this, as a child you couldn't. As a child you're dealing with someone who's got ultimate power over you.
Yep.
Absolute power. Can do anything to you. And so your personal experience is that you've never actually survived going up against this kind of force.
That's true, yes.
Yeah, that's a real, genuine experience, is it? It's impossible. But in reality, if you stepped out of your life and had a look at it, is it impossible?
No, it's not impossible.
So to do all of that, to do what needs to be done, you've got to give yourself what you need. Like, don't walk into battle without a spear and a shield.
Absolutely.
Well, what's the spear and the shield? I don't mean a spear and a shield. What is the
I know what you
preparation?
mean.
What do you need to do for yourself? I'm like, don't go home and start, right? Give yourself a bit of time, weeks, months, or whatever, to get yourself equipped with what you need. And I'm saying, what is that? What do you need?
Well, at least we're going on 4 weeks leave starting next Wednesday, so that'll give me a respite from work pressures at least. So I can then start focusing maybe on more of this sort of stuff, and it'll give me time to more time to look at myself internally and start preparing myself.
Yep. Okay. You're going to have to find out who you are.
Yep. At this point in time, I don't know. So that's a very true statement.
All we know is that that poor little bugger that was you as a child, monstered by your mother, all we know is that being like a tortoise and pulling your head in was a survival mechanism that worked in your childhood. But you've recreated these circumstances so that you could find a better method. The beautiful thing about this relationship is Verity's done you a massive favour by turning up in your life.
Yep.
And giving you the opportunity to find yourself.
Just have to do that now.
And to do that, keep up the weight loss activity. Is that a diet or exercise? What are you doing there?
Cut out carbohydrates and trying to get fairly regular exercise.
Okay, so you're doing diet and you're doing exercise.
Yeah.
Keep it up. What are you doing to be introspective and still?
Well, spiritually I haven't done much. I attended the Mindset Riddle workshop there.
Yep.
I find that because I'm left to do everything, my normal job, plus all the housework and everything, and all Verity's pressures and everything on top of it, I get very little sleep. So every time I try and meditate, I fall asleep. When I listen to your tapes, I just fall asleep, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so you introduce her gradually to doing things around the house, and you work on finding that space where getting inside yourself is a critical thing. So falling asleep is the issue, you stand up.
Yep.
So you meditate standing up against the wall. Now you might get 3 minutes before she realises she's not the centre of attention anymore.
Yep.
So you've got to figure out methods whereby you can get 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Now, initially that might be by subterfuge, you know, I'm going out to mow the lawn, but in fact it takes you a while to start the mower because you're not actually starting the mower, you're down there
Yep.
meditating, which for you is standing up leaning against the wall, right? And so you need to start to provide for you the nurturing that was not provided in your childhood.
Right.
And the question that you need to ask yourself 100 times a day is, what do I need right now? Now, mostly the answer in the beginning is going to be rest. I need a rest, I need a rest. Because if you're falling asleep when you're meditating, you're tired.
Yep.
So, but if you ask yourself 100 times a day, and that's a recipe for everybody, ask yourself 100 times a day, what do I need right now? Sometimes it's just 30 seconds of not looking at the screen. Sometimes it's to pick a flower. Sometimes it's to look at a tree. Sometimes it's to take a deep breath, look at the sky. It's possible for us to be, well, Mary and I were driving through the countryside the other day, absolutely brilliant day, discussing some of our financial worries. We had no idea it was a beautiful day. But how long does it take to realise that it's a beautiful day?
2 seconds or
2
seconds, yeah.
So your homework is to make a list of the ways in which Leon can nurture Leon like he was not nurtured in his childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And to get a sense of who he is instead of someone who can cope and work their ass off as a means of trying to cope, trying to make things go okay.
Right.
So that list needs to be a significant list.
Yep. It's probably take a bit of time to develop it, but
Well, how long
Have to
since
do
you've
it.
had a massage?
since I had a massage, I can tell you exactly May last year.
Yeah. Okay, 12 months.
Yep.
Okay. Now what's good about a massage?
You just lie there and relax and
Yeah.
let somebody else spoil you for a change.
Somebody paying attention to you
Yeah.
and your needs. Yep. Now, go and get those Thai massages where they hurt you, because that'll keep you awake.
Well, this was a little Chinese woman that was actually walking on me.
She was
so,
walking
yeah,
on you. That'll keep you awake.
that was in Hong Kong. So.
Yeah, yeah. Because the big problem with massage is you'll fall asleep. Yep. So those treats, you know, like I say massage because that's another person focused on you.
Hmm.
Sure, that's a professional arrangement. So what? What other ways are that you could focus on you? You know, what do you need is a critical thing. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. I want you to come back in the future and tell us, like in the next month or two, tell us what you worked out you're going to do
Right.
and how it's been going, because there will be challenges every step of the way. That doesn't mean stop. It means here's the next
Yep.
barrier to, the next hurdle to jump over. And when I say what's the internal strength measurement between 0 and 10, today you couldn't even get a number. At some point in the future, we need to be able to get a number and then work on that number steadily, slowly climbing.
Right.
Now, amongst all of those things that you need to do for you, one of the most important is a big, long cry. Because you had a couple of little goes today, but you actually need a big, long, proper one.
Right.
Got it? Do you know how to do that?
Get a chick flick.
How to do it for me. I don't know if that'd do it for you, but whatever it is, a big, long cry, critically important to your well-being. You have to mourn the loss of everything that's been lost, in particular you. Now,
Right.
You'll come out of that after you have the grief and the loss, then you'll start finding yourself. But you can't find yourself while the grief and the loss is still there unexpressed. Now, if you end up struggling with that, give us a call and I'll get one of our coaches to give you a hand to get through it.
Thank you.
Pleasure. You know what to do?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks, Paul.
Pleasure, mate.